This is Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections. Today it's and I'm doing a house in Valencia. It's a 1971 house, and they've repiped it with copper, it appears. And at the very front of the house, to the right of the front door, there's the water coming up from the street. And this valve here will shut off the water. And this one probably feeds your sprinkler system here. There is a pressure regulator. The pressure in the street side is too high for the house, so we run it through a pressure regulator. And we also like to see a pressure relief valve, and this is done properly here. During the course of my inspection day, I will be taking a pressure test to make sure this has worked. Typically, these pressure regulators last 8 to 10 years. And the next thing we'll look at is how to shut off the gas. At your left exterior of the house is the gas meter, and there is a seismic gas shutoff valve here. This is not it's not required up in Valencia or the Santa Cruz Valley, but it's always a good thing to have. On a 5.4 earthquake, this will automatically shut off, and you can reset it from the screw here. And you get some more information by going to the Google and looking it up. And to manually shut it off, there's a valve here on the pipe coming up from this soil, and you turn the valve 90 degrees. When it's like that, it's off. And on this valve, you will need to use a wrench. And over on the left exterior is also your main electrical panel. And earlier I took the cover off, and so it's a 100 amp service, and this is the main disconnect here. When I finish today, I'll put the cover back in. I need to do some more evaluation here. Right below there's the box, there's a sub panel, and this feeds the portable spa they put in, and it's got a GFI breaker, which we like to see. And it's a 30 amp breaker, and then they have nothing's labeled here, but I assume this is for any lighting out in the back. And this is a 20 amp circuit here. So the next thing we'll look at is the sub panel, electrical sub panel, located in the garage area. Before you get to the sub panel, there is a AC condenser built by Brandt. It's 3.5 ton. And the owner thought it was put in 2011 in that era. And the only thing I saw that's lacking here is we like to see these things more attached to the pad here, so it needs a couple straps. And over time, maintenance-wise, this black insulation on the covering this pipe going up will need to be replaced, and you typically do that every 6-7 years. You can buy the insulation at Home Depot. Now we're in the converted garage, and there's another sub panel, and these are controlled by your main panel. And you see there's lack of labeling here. So I took the panel cover off, and we're looking at the wiring here. And they have separated the neutrals from the grounding wires, which we like to see. This one breaker has got 2 wires under a lug, and that needs to be changed. And then you have another one that's double lugged here as well. So, and it's easy enough to do this, to add another breaker in this type of box. So here you go. So the next thing we're going to do is look at the roof. I'm over the roof, over the front walkway. You can see deteriorated shingles here. And then where it meets the wall, there's missing flashing there as well. And I'm going to set the ladder here now and go to the main part of the roof. So I'm on the roof, and on the right exterior of the house, the living room, there is a fireplace, and it's called they built it by a company called Rampart General, and it's a one-piece cast concrete and brought out to the job site. And over the years, there have been problems with these type of fireplaces. The very top, there are some cracking going on in the chimney cap, and then as there is a vertical crack developing, coming down the chimney itself. So with that, I would recommend to get a chimney coming out here to do a scope. They'll drop a camera down through the flue and check for any other cracking or damaged areas. The flashing to the needs some mastic repairs here. Water getting in here. It may work down through the wall of the house. And we're going to go up the climb the roof now. And there's some wear on this roof, and it's getting to see where the rock is getting loose. So it's on getting near the other end of its life. And on the very top of the roof, it appears that the ridge cap's been replaced. And you can see over on the left side of the house, there's a tree or bush with the branches over in the roof itself, and that will trap water and damage the roofing surface. And your water heater vent is we call it a transite type of vent, and you can see some missing peeling paint on the wood beams coming up. So the sunlight, when it shines on the roof, shows a lot of wear. So you can see the bright areas, and that's areas where it's missing rock. And you got a couple half-dome vents up here for ventilation for your attic. And I want to bring the camera around. And see this newer silver pipe is the new vent for your newer furnace. And there's chunks of piece of roofing here that's deteriorated, and this might have been from the ridge cap when they replaced that here a couple years ago. You can see the chunks laying over the rest of the roof as well. So the roof is on getting near the end of serviceable life. There's looks like about 20% of them are down to the bare layment, and on your left side is faring a little bit better. That'll be the north side of the roof. And the south side typically takes more of a beating. So that's what we have. The next couple of years, you'll have to be replacing the roof.